Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. In this video, I want us to have a look at a leaked chat between former Kiambu Governor William Kabogo and a hustler from Kiambu County. Yes. There is a hustler from Kiambu County who reached out to Kabogo for a job. And this is how the discussion, or rather the chat, the conversation went on. Governor Mambo, I'm David Muhia from Kiamba. I'm requesting any kind of a job. I'm a fast learner and I can do anything after a short training. I'm also a qualified driver with B, C, C1 and D1 van stamps. Kindly empower me niweze kujikimu kimaisha. That's the hustler to Kabogo. And then Kabogo replied, "Pole from me, no jobs, but the hustler fund is almost. Be patient." And then the hustler replied to that again, "Thanks, my governor. Much love, God bless. We could be more safe if you were awarded a CS position. You are our fearless champion." That's the conversation. So from that conversation, you are seeing clearly this hustler is asking for a job from William Kabogo. Kabogo is telling him to be patient and wait for the hustler's fund. Kabogo there is just being satirical. He's just trying to mock this hustler. And then the hustler goes on to say, "Thanks, my governor. Much love, God bless. We could be more safe if you were awarded a CS position." The hustler there is just regretting or wishing that maybe their lives could have been better, or his life, if Kabogo was awarded a CS position. So there is a kind and form of maybe a regret here. And then he goes on to say, "You are our fearless champion." Kabogo is now a champion, but it's almost certain that this hustler might have not voted for William Kabogo. Because he comes from Kiambu County, Kabogo contested for Kiambu gubernatorial seat. It's almost certain, if you look at probability, that this person most definitely voted for Wamatangi and not Kabogo. If you look at mathematical probability, yes. And then Kabogo finishes the whole thing by attaching those and saying, "Fellow Kenyans, I urge you to be patient with the deliverables of the Kenya Kwanza government promises, especially issue Hustler Business Fund. Rome was not built in a day." Kabogo there is also being satirical. He is mocking the hustlers who voted for William Ruto. Kabogo again is just making fun of the hustlers fund because he knows it will be a very big disappointment to quite a good majority of the hustlers. In this video, I want us to dig deep into that story to see what it means politically. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. That chat between Kabogo and that hustler from Kiamba constituency in Kiambu County just goes on to prove that indeed it's true that speculations that have been doing rounds that Mount Kenya residents are regretting for having voted in William Samoei Ruto. And I'm saying that because it's now something common to hear one or two people resident from the mountain saying afadhali Uhuru. Those have been the speculations. And some few days ago, rather about 1 week, it's believed that President Uhuru Kenyatta was at City Market buying meat. And then some Kikuyu individuals approached him for help. And they were crying about high cost of living and unga. Uhuru told them that that's not his business because his president is Raila Amolo Odinga. So clearly, there is desperation on the mountain. Residents of Mount Kenya are waking up to the reality that they made a mistake. Life has become hard for them than even when Uhuru Kenyatta was the president. That's the sad reality dawning on a good majority of Mount Kenya residents. Yes. So they are just regretting. And by the hustler saying that Kabogo is their fearless champion, that also speaks volumes. It shows that these leaders, or rather not leaders, it shows that some residents of the mountain, because that can be one person, but it can be representing what a good majority of Mount Kenya residents are feeling. I'm seeing a possibility where a good majority of residents of the mountain feels that they voted out very good leaders, leaders who could have helped them. Yes, majority of Mount Kenya residents, they feel they made a blunder by voting out leaders who could have helped them, leaders who could have championed their interests. Because if you look at the current crop of leaders on the mountain, these are leaders who are not fearless enough. They are not brave enough to stand and defend their people. They are just bootlickers. Look at leaders such as Ndidi Nyoro. These are just people who are just there to bootlick. If you look at Rigathi Gachagua even before the election made it that he will be a yes sir kind of a person. And from the look of things, even though there seems to be a shadow boxing between him and William Ruto, he is also appearing to be a yes sir kind of a leader. And I'm saying that because already William Ruto has transferred Naivasha port to Mombasa, something that directly affects the lives of Mount Kenya residents. Rigathi Gachagua is quiet about that. And he's saying that he's the kingpin. He is quiet about that. Yes. And we have also been seeing some atrocities being meted on the residents of the mountain. Some few weeks ago, we saw some residents in Embu, some business traders, mirror traders. Their business were vandalized and they were being accused of being thieves. Rigathi Gachagua is quiet. So it's almost certain and clear Rigathi is not defending his people. Elected leaders from the mountain are too much afraid to face William Ruto to tell him the truth. They are just bootlicking William Ruto. So there are no leaders from the mountain who are brave enough to defend their people. These are just sycophants. And I'm seeing a high possibility where residents of the mountain are now waking up to that reality that they made a blunder by electing amateurs, political amateurs. And also it just goes on to confirm that residents are also regretting for having not heeded to Uhuru Kenyatta's advice. Because Uhuru Kenyatta had the best interest of his people. In fact, if you go back a bit in 2007, it's Uhuru Kenyatta who saved these same people as a result of 2007 post-election violence. Uhuru Kenyatta did save them. They turned against Uhuru Kenyatta. So I'm also seeing a possibility where residents of the mountain are also regretting for having not heeded Uhuru Kenyatta's advice. That's what I'm seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me stop it there. In case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. If you want to support our forum here or this channel, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number, or feel free to channel a contribution or a donation to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.